is Kayla Calver from cleverpacks.co.uk, and this is the second part of our tutorial this week. This is our advent calendar. It's a 3D, quite large tree, and today we're gonna build up the tree itself and arrange the whole of the boxes, and also create this little star which will be the feature for the top of the tree. I will put this away. We made it started on Monday with the little boxes. Let me just get them. I put them inside of just to contain them. I create all 24, actually 25 of them. So 24 with our designer series paper, which this is Floral Boutique. As you remember, I'm making this for a man, so it's not gonna be as flourish and as bright. We're choosing an alternative to it. And the top one, which is the one for Christmas Day, I made into gold foil. Yeah, we're gonna get these boxes ready to go into the tree soon. Also prepared all the decoration for and the numbers for the front of the box. As we started on Monday, I have written the numbers down and got all ready to assemble when we get to the time that the tree is ready. I'm gonna put everything away and I'm gonna make a start on the tree itself. As we are doing it on Night of Navy. This is a stock card, and you're gonna need 4 sheets of A4. I've already cut 2 because we're gonna need 4 exactly shapes like this. So I cut 2 and I'm gonna cut 2 together, so you see how simple it is to get this shape with our trimmer. I'm not gonna use the scoreboard today. I'm gonna score and cut all from the trimmer. Okay, so what we're gonna do initially is full of little things from the cuttings that I was doing earlier. We're going to get this to 2. Let me just get this in. We got space 2 inches and score. Then we're gonna turn around to the short side and go to 4 inches and 1/8 and just lightly score the top of it. Okay. So now we have a notch on the top. What you need to do, first of all, you need to identify where the notch is. Let me just mark with a pen. So we have, get this one on the short pen, so you see where it is. So here is the notch. Don't worry about, because we're gonna decorate the top of the tree with the star, and this is not gonna show. Get this out. What we do now, we're gonna align this notch and the bottom of the score line that we did at 2. I don't think you guys can see it. This is the notch, and here we have the score line on the bottom. We align, and then we're gonna first of all use the scoring tool to come all the way and score on the diagonal. Then you're gonna slide to the side roughly to 1/2 inch to the left, and then you're gonna get the cutting blade and cut the shape. Okay. The whole reason we're doing this is we need a space to add glue, which we're gonna use Fast Fuse today, to glue all the 4 sides of the triangle. Okay, but now we're gonna do the other way around. Just turn around. Using the same score line and the notch that we did in the beginning, we're gonna come around, and this time we don't need to score, we're just gonna cut. You only need one side of the triangle to have a gluing area, because then when it goes around, it attaches itself. I'm just gonna do once more, just quickly, and it's 2 inches on the bottom, and it's just the scoring, and then 4 1/8, and angle that. This core is slide and cut. And go around. And cut. That's what we need our score for. And now I have 4 sides, exactly the same. And what I'm gonna do, I'm going to fold and burnish the score lines that we had. Okay, so let me just grab my snippets. And what we need to do, because of this area is slightly bigger than we need when we're trying to get them together, you just come around and have a look, follow the line of the other side and cut the folded area, the area where we're going, so that will not intervene when we trying to get the points together. Let me quickly do these on all 4. Because now we can assemble the 3. It's not a long process, to be honest. And I'm just going to get all in one place. Okay, now we're gonna use the fast fuse on the side. If you feel comfortable, just if you want to do a couple passings, all right. And then you come and you join them. Just use the score lines and align the bottom, this bottom line here, so you know that they're gonna be right. And now we go down to the last one. So this is what you have. And now we come and you fold it here. I think one of my sides were not too short on that little end. Don't be afraid just to cut a little bit more than I did. Okay. Gonna do is so here we have the first part of our tree. And what I wanted to do now is to punch, because if you remember, I will just show you we will punch 2 holes on each of the corners of this tree. So what we need to do, I measured my things should be on 3.5 inches and 6 inches. That's where I want the holes to be. So my advice here is that you get all of them and do take make the hole about a half a centimeter or about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. Let me grab my handle punch, and we're gonna thread some ribbon here, so that's why we're making these holes where they are. If you bring too close to the edge, it tends to cut and break the paper, so we don't want that. We don't want the tree to be broken by then. Let me just get around. I don't know what it is. It's full of paper inside. Okay, so now we have the place where we will be able to add the ribbons, and I'm going now just to find this edge of the paper. Oops. See here, we're gonna just fold in. So we're gonna fold the two parts in and put glue on the four corners. Just get the glue back here. And sorry, I apologize. Just pinch from the bottom. So sorry. So just pinch from the bottom, make sure that they all glue. And here we are, we have our tree. What we're gonna do now is to thread the ribbon around the holes that we made on a corner and make ribbons and make bows out of it. You don't need to see me doing 8 different bows. So here we are, 7 bows later. So we have 8 bows around the tree. It's quite empty now, but full of potential. So what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna show what I did to assemble this, to create the top of the tree, the star. I use the starlight inlets, and I cut with my Big Shot 4 of stars, which is this one here. So we cut 4 of those, and then for the decoration I cut 2 of those in the accent color that we're using, which is Mellow Mumbo. And I used the smaller detail star to cut again in golden foil paper. Yeah, these sheets comes 2 of the same color, so 2 gold, 2 silver, 2 copper, of 12 by 12 paper, so you can get a lot out of it with it. So this was this one. I also punched with a golden foil and made 3 more balls of the 1.5 inch. I used the round circle punch. If you have the layering circle thinlits, you can also use to do this. It's going to be slightly different shape. I've created the small numbers to go in front of the small boxes out of the 1 inch punch for the Mellow Mumbo, and the number bit comes from a 3/4 of an inch. But the larger one, I use Mary's Wishes stamp set, and I cut 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. So the larger one is 1 1/2. So let me put away. I'm gonna just share a tip on this. We want the star to hold as a 3D object on top of our tray. So 2 of them, I know that they already come the thinlit. It cuts and scores, so you can see the detail in here. I hope you can see it. But to fold, I noticed that this is not deep enough. So what I did, I took to the scoreboard and scored again, just halfway through, just once. And to get our tree together, we're gonna just glue the top bit of it. So we're gonna get all this part glued, but we're gonna leave the second, the longer stem free of glue, because this is the part that we're gonna use to glue the whole star to the tree. Okay, here we have our star. You just need to be slightly patient, because the golden foil is a paper that is a bit more hard to handle around. So I had to glue and then hold for a while. If you have a clothespin, you can actually put, but be careful because it kind of marks a little bit of this paper. So it's a little bit more sensitive than when we're dealing with cardstock. And we'll move a little bit more as well. Now, I have cut these two shapes here to go in the front of it and in the back. What I'm gonna do, understanding the gold foil is a little bit more resistant to things, I'm gonna just put quite a few glue dots here, just in the main body of it. I wanted it to float on top of what we're doing. So I don't need to glue the whole thing. If you prefer to use the glue pen, yeah, with a fine tip, you can also, but be prepared that it's going to slide a little bit more. So you have to be a little bit more patient with that. Okay. So now we have the first one. And I'm going to repeat the process for the top ones as well. Here's one. I'm just going to add a couple. So here we have our tree, our star for the tree, yeah. And the bottom part, because we didn't glue, is open enough, yeah, for us to glue on our tree. Let me show you what I mean. You can actually come here and attach to the top of the tree. It's a little bit of labor, but it's well worth it for the effect that it's creating. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use glue dots just to get my in place. I just don't want to extend more than we need. And you can use either the fine pen or the multi-purpose glue. I'm just gonna quickly use a glue dot on each of the ends so we can attach this. Let me see, I wanted this one to be the front of my tree. So let me just set in place. Yeah. And here we are. Yes. So it's all attached to the top of our tree. What I'm gonna do is, because I decided this is the front where I'm gonna have the 25, the last box to be open, I'm gonna attach the round cells that I made into bubbles. It will go on the other sides that I'm not going to use to have boxes in. So let me just prepare them. I'm using the dimensionals, just 2 is enough to get it here. Okay, this is purely for decoration. We're not going to be touching this all the time. So here we are. Let me bring it back and just add it to the top bit. So we have all the decorations that we need apart from the boxes that we're gonna do now. Let me just clear my desk and so we can start with the boxes. As I showed you before, we have I have all the numbers including the 25 that is gonna be our feature on the top of the box, and all the decorations that will go in the numbers. And I have 25 boxes. Let me just show you, because this is the box for our first video, and I filled with lindors. But the box is big enough for you to get bigger, slightly bigger. So the boxes is 1.5 by half an inch by 2 inches. Okay, all the details are already in my blog because we built this project on Monday. I closed all of them and they're just waiting to go around. Each side of the box can hold 6 of these little boxes. Each side of our tree can hold 6 of these boxes. So I'm gonna put them all together and come back to you, because you don't need to see me putting every single one of these boxes in place. Okay, I'm back. You didn't need to see me sticking all of those boxes in place. But now we have a very bluish, full of chocolate. I can hear it inside. The only one that I left to show you how I did was my last box, which is the 25th of December. And as I said before, I put 2 chocolates on this one. I used the tearing tape to close the box. It's just a stronger with the foil. But if you want to use on all the other boxes, you are more than welcome to do so. And I also use the tearing tape in the back to attach, and that is a must. You don't want to be holding each of these boxes. It took me 15 minutes to attach all the boxes. They were already ready. And with the tearing tape in the back. So if you try to do this with multi-purpose glue, that will be a bit more of a challenge. And I just realized that I'm going to have to reposition something here, which will be this bubble here. So I'm going to get my box, attach it to here. And what I did when I was doing the other ones, because there is a space on the bottom, so you just put your hand behind, and then you come with the box and you put it in place. Let me just pressure a little bit. So with my hands in the back, inside of the tree, make sure that it's secure in place. And I'm going to just remove this backing of here and attaching the 25 to the front of the box. And I got a couple of but a couple of flowers to go in front of this one. It could be stars if you prefer. But I said I need to add a little bit of bling and a little bit of color to this very blue tree. So here we are. This is our tree complete, full of our little box from Monday and the decorations that we finished today. It is a large project. It will take you some time to do each of the steps, but it's well worth the effort. It's such an impressive tree. It's about, in total, just over 30.5 centimeters, which is just over 12 inches in height, and it's quite an impressive thing. I would use some cellophane and just wrap around so people can enjoy actually the full beauty of this calendar. I hope you enjoy. All the details and all the measurements are in my blog. The details are below the video, and have a go. It will be tons of fun. Get the kids to help you around to get not the chocolate part, otherwise you end up with nothing inside. But have fun and happy crafting. Goodbye.